This is a video tutorial for Curtain, the proteomic data analysis tool brought to you by researchers from the MRC Protein Phosphorylation and Ubiquitination Unit at the University of Dundee. This project is supported by the Aligning Science Across Parkinson's Research Network. Hello again, Curtain users. So this is just going to be quite a short video in which I show you how to use Curtain to evaluate the quality of your proteomics data. We'll just start from the point at which you have either uploaded your own data in Curtain and click submit, or from the point where you have clicked on a link. In either case, this interface is what should appear with the volcano plot, but no protein selected. So one thing you can do to assess the quality of your data is to go to Plot in the top right hand corner and Correlation Matrix. This will show you a Pearson correlation matrix of your data. And where the matrix is blue, that indicates a very good correlation between samples, going down to yellow and then red with decreasing correlation. So we can see that the 4-hour ADB1 treated samples correlate very well together, and this part of the matrix is very blue, but the 4-hour against the 24-hour samples are more yellow, indicating a close but not as close correlation, which is what we'd expect. You have the option of downloading this plot as a .svg file, which is a format that allows you to do further editing in Adobe Illustrator, but we'll just close this now. So you can also view a profile plot by going to Plot and Profile Plot. And this shows you box plots of the log2 intensities for all your proteins across all of your samples. So this might help you identify a sample that is an outlier or a consistent difference between conditions. Here there is not much variation, which is good. If you hover over a box, it will show you the median, the interquartile range, and a maximum and a minimum value across your intensities. You are also able to view the log2 intensity for individual proteins on the profile plot. So, for example, I'd like to look at the intensity of 3 proteins. So one is ppm1H here, the other is LRRK2, which I'll just search for. And the last is RAB10, which I'll also search for. So now that all of these are selected, I'll just scroll down and check this box here, include in profile comparison. And then if I go to Plot, Profile Plot again, you see that the intensities for these proteins has been plotted. And you can see how this visualization helps compare and contrast proteins whose levels are changing and not changing between conditions. So you can see that while the levels for ppm1H are changing with the ADB treatment, the levels for LRRK2 and RAB10 are stable, but you can also see that RAB10 is far more abundant compared to LRRK2 and ppm1H. So it just allows you to appreciate those differences between proteins. You can evaluate the data for an individual protein using the plots that appear below the volcano plot when that protein is selected. So for example, looking at the plots for ppm1H, you can see the intensities plotted here as a bar chart, a combined bar chart with scatter, and a violin plot. So these are all different visualizations of the same data, but they help you appreciate the variation within and between conditions for individual proteins. Curtain also generates a rank abundance plot here, which is initially minimized, but you can open it just below the submit button. So this just shows you all the proteins in the dataset arranged from most down to least abundant. And if you hover over any protein in the dataset, you will see its rank and log2 transformed abundance next to it. And then any proteins which you have selected in the volcano plot also appear as little dots along this rank abundance plot. So to summarize, the correlation matrix, the profile plot, the individual protein intensity plots, and the rank abundance plot are the main ways of assessing your data quality in Curtain. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial, and please look out for other videos in this series.